What if I told you that in the last 6 years, the greatest hack that I've found in my home service business wasn't a marketing engine or a marketing vehicle like Facebook ads or Google. It wasn't some sort of marketing unicorn that gets me endless leads. It was actually a different thing. And that thing is global talent hiring. And so in this video, we're going to talk about how hiring global talent can completely transform your business. And so if you're wondering what global talent is, I'm talking about owning an employee in your business on your team that happens to live in a country where the cost of living is a fraction of what it is in the United States. And so if you're like me in the last 4 or 5 years, you've seen people on Twitter or people on Instagram or people talking about hiring VAs or global talent or things like that. And I can tell you that 99% of the stuff you see is complete nonsense and it's executed completely wrong. So I'm going to dive into some positions that I've hired with global talent in my businesses, but also give you an idea of how to hire these people, what the numbers look like, and how I can drastically transform your home service business. And you'll leave this video ready to actually go make that hire in your own business. So the first thing I need to drill into your head is the concept of global talent versus VAs. So much of the internet is full of this like BS VA farm businesses. And what this is these VA agencies will go out to the Philippines, they'll find somebody they can pay $400 or $500 a week, then they'll mark it up to $1,000 or $1,200 or $1,500 a week, and then sell it to you all in. And then their pitch is, you pay us directly, there's no workman's comp, there's no whatever else, blah, 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 blah. But what they're doing is they're essentially owning the employee that's in the Philippines or Argentina or something like that, and then brokering it to you. But what we do in my business and a lot of other people do is they just go directly to the global talent using a talent placement agency that actually allows you to own the employee. And I don't say own in the sense of like a derogatory term. I say own as in they are just as much an employee on our payroll system as my employees that are in Arizona, as my employees that are in Wisconsin. They just so happen to live in Mexico, Ecuador, Argentina, and other countries around the world. And so the first frame change you have to have is like, don't view them as a VA you just throw your nonsense work to that you think is like beneath you or something like that. You want to take radical ownership of these employees and just realize that with the internet, you can globally connect anybody. And so it's not hiring a VA to post on Instagram for you. You have to reframe your mind into, I am hiring a specialist for my business that just so happens to live in a country that the rent is about a tenth or a quarter of what it is in the US. And so let's look at some of the numbers. So in Home Service Accelerator and Valley Christmas Lights and Valley Premier Lighting, we had a need for a short form video editor. Now, I'm not saying that all of you guys need a short form video editor, but for the nature of my businesses, short form video was on the top of our list of things we needed. So we went on Indeed and we started looking around on LinkedIn. And what we saw was like, if I wanted a cracked, good social media short form editor that I owned their schedule for 40 hours a week, I could train them, I could nurture them, I could put them into my system and ecosystem and my company culture, and they can get a feel for what I wanted. We were paying somewhere between 50 to 70K a year salaries for these positions in the US. But as I'm sure you guys know, $50,000 to $70,000 of salary in the US doesn't instantly mean you're going to get the cream of the crop, unbelievably cracked video editor on your team. And so what happened with me was I got connected with John Matzner from Sagan Passport on Instagram, and that's what their entire model is. And so what they do is they place global talent positions for you by their specialty, and instead of paying them like a monthly retainer for them, you pay them like a headhunting fee, and then you own that employee internally. And so for us, we were like, let's see what it looks like if we go global talent for a short form video editing position. When we looked at the two side by side, was like a W-2'd American employee was going to cost us somewhere between $5,000 to $8,000 a month after taxes, insurance, workman's comp, all this other stuff to have like a W-2 owned employee. And so then we looked at the global talent database that we had, and we found that we could find international short form video editors from anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 a month, all in cost to us. And so we ended up hiring one who is cracked and extremely good at his job for around $2,000 a month. But then what we do is we give a lot of performance incentives after we hire them to like incentivize them to keep going and like really taking pride in their work. But you have to view this in the same way that you hire American employees. And it's like, you don't hire the first person you see. We looked at resumes and interviewed a ton of global talent hires for this position. We treated it just like hiring an American position. It just so happens to be that he lives in South America. And so when I looked at my business and I looked at where are we investing money and where are the places that we can be super efficient with a specialist versus where can I be like a little bit more strategic and place my money somewhere else. And so the beauty of this experience for me is I cannot reasonably afford that position in my home service businesses and HSA if I'm paying an American salary. So therefore now in my brain and in my my business, I look at the entire landscape of my business and I go, I have a need for a specialist where if I had somebody where all they did was this, I could see that working really well for my business. And so if I go to the US talent, I just couldn't do that in good conscience. Like I couldn't go pay somebody 50 to 70K a year to cut up videos, because for what I was gonna get out of that position for 70K USD and the chances of it actually working out with the first hire or two, because I couldn't hire two at a time, it just like didn't make sense. So we found what I deem to be a cheat code. And the way that you have to view it is you use global talent to hire specialists that you could not otherwise hire if they lived in the US. That is how you view it. And so it's $24,000, give or take a few $1,000s here after performance and incentives over on this side. And then you look at like, if I hired that position in the US and I'd be dealing with workman's comp and insurance and all of that for a position that can be done anywhere in the world, I'd be paying like $50,000 to $70,000 a year over here. But here's the thing, if you're a good interviewer and hirer, I'm a firm believer that you can get really damn close with global talent, if not better, because culturally, a lot of the time what I've found is the people in global talent positions are less entitled than angry Americans that are angry at their economy and angry at whatever, and they demand six-figure salaries while they're terrible workers. But trust me, the majority of our workforce is still American homegrown and home raised, but we're really strategic on where we put our effort into the global talent hiring. And so let me give you a really good example of where you could hire global talent. But before I get into that, if you want a little bit more help in getting around a lot of other home service business owners that are dealing with the same problems you are, and you want help setting up your Facebook and Instagram ads yourself so you don't have to pay an agency, dialing in all of your automations, dialing in your Google Maps SEO and stuff like that without starting to pay an agency yet, you can join Home Service Accelerator Pro. There's a link in the top of the description, and there's a link pinned in the comments. And so there's two ways to use Sagan. I use Sagan in the way where I pay a yearly annual fee and I get 6 hiring credits with unlimited rehires. In that position, Natalie on my team goes to our account rep at Sagan and says, hey, we're hiring for a short form video editor. Please source us some candidates, and then we'll start interviewing them. And then we interview them and take it along in the process. But then the other side that they have too is they have the talent pool that you can just like instantly go in and look at the available candidates they have. And for example, if you're a home service business and you're like, I want to hire somebody to just do all of my admin work and just be like my executive assistant. If you do that in the US, it's going to cost you $4,000 a month minimum, whatever else. And so for example, if you go on here, you can see real human beings and then, you know, what country they're in and all these things like that and what their estimated rate monthly would be. And so you're in here and you're like, okay, let me check out Alvaro. Let's see what he's about. You can go in here and you see like, okay, here's his rate. He's out of Colombia. But more importantly, you could see like, okay, he's bilingual, Spanish and English. And then you can actually see like a video of them as well. So you can click here and there's an actual video that you can look at and see like, okay, yeah, I like the cut of this guy's jib. Let me hire him. And so the talent pool you just have access to and you're a member there. But we went really specific and had them actually headhunt people for us for specific roles. So then now I can sift by marketing and I can go, okay, cool. Now let's see what sort of global talent hires I can do on the marketing side. And so you go through and you go, okay, I've got, you know, marketing coordinators. I've got e-commerce and digital marketing strategists that happen to live in foreign countries. I've got email copywriters, social media and sales coordinators all over the place. So for example, if I go to this advanced search and I'm like, I'm looking for design and creative roles, like what I did before. You go in here and you're seeing, okay, here's graphic designers, multimedia specialists, graphic designers, video editors, whatever. So like Ruby here, for example, is a video editor or graphic designer that's $1,700 to $2,200 a month. And so this is what I mean for specialists. Let's say that you're a $600,000 or $700,000 a year revenue business and you're at, you know, 15-20% net margins. You could never afford to be like, I'm going to do a really dialed in social media strategy. Our paid's working, but I think if I have a full-time video editor and I go batch film once a week or once every 2 weeks, I could give a full-time employee all of these raw clips and they could edit them all. And now our social media presence is going crazy. I could have them edit long form videos for our website, everything else. And so again, when you look at it through this lens of this is a specialist in a role that I would like to have in my business, but I can't afford that in the US, you might be able to afford that specialist if you go global talent. So here's the example I think most of you $500,000 to 7 or 8 figure a year home service businesses could hire. But let me add some nuance to it. I think the vast majority of you that generate anywhere from 2 to 10 plus leads per day consistently and have been in business for over a year could benefit from a dedicated appointment booking specialist. But here's the catch here. If you go global talent and you want a phone setter and a text setter, but more specifically, one that dials on the phone, if they don't have a really bad accent or speak like incredible English, they're going to cost a tiny bit more. I'm thinking like somewhere between the $2,500 to $4,000 a month range. But if you look at this as the business and you go, okay, I have this database of thousands of leads I've accumulated over the years. And you go, if I just had somebody that all they did every day was hammer this list via text message and phone call every single day, 40 hours a week, and that's all they do. And then that same person is also ready by the phone all day, every day to answer my inbound calls and get back to my inbound leads within 60 seconds. What do you think happens to all of your marketing statistics? All of your stats around all of your paid campaigns, all of your close rates around organic leads. You cannot afford this position in the US in most cases unless you go to Global Talent. And then you go to Global Talent and you go, okay, let's just say like worst case scenario. Let's say they're $3,000 a month all in. So it's $36,000 a year. But that person spends 40 hours a week dialing into your list, cold calling commercial opportunities if you sell commercial, dropping voicemail, text message, whatever, cold outbound, calling your list, however you want to build it. You can't afford that in the US because a good elite sales appointment setter in that role is a lot of times going to be like a high ticket person or something like that, and they're going to demand like 70 to 120K a year in the US. But if you go Global Talent, you could maybe hire one, or you can hire two and make it competitive or something like that, depending on your lead volume. But the key to this is you have to take ownership of that employee. You have to treat them like you treat all of your other employees. Make sure that they're dialed in and they feel like they're a part of the team just as much as the rest of your team. Get them dialed in on Slack properly. Give them clear expectations and SOPs, just like you do your American employees. It just so happens that they live in a foreign country. We tested this in my business. As we grew and as we hit the 7-figure mark, we had a massive bottleneck in our systems that needed retooling. So here's what it was. We had all of our leads round robining to our sales reps. So lead 1 comes in, went to Kyle. Lead 2 comes in, it went to Barb. Lead 3 came in, it went to closer 3. Lead 4 came in, it went to closer 4. Lead 5 came in, it went back to closer 1. Then 6 went to closer 2, and so on. It's the round robining of leads. But what happened was in our peak season, we were generating 20 to 25 leads a day in some cases. And so if you think about what that looks like on a 7-day week, my closers were out closing deals. And what was happening is there was so much lead volume coming in that my closers were not setting good enough appointments for themselves, or were not setting those leads as appointments for themselves as well as they could because they were so busy out selling and doing estimates and doing jobs. And so what was happening was our cost per lead was really good, but our cost per appointment or booked quote was low. And so I looked at my business and went like, where can I fix this? Man, it'd be great if I had a dedicated employee that all they do all day is just call the leads and appointment set. But I couldn't really afford that full time in the US, so we ran a test. And what we did is we have an employee in the Midwest that was kind of our jack of all trades, miscellaneous employee in Valley Christmas and Valley Premier and a little bit of HSN. She's just like a jack of all trades, does everything for us. And what we did was we were like, okay, before we go Global Talent and retool our entire model for next year, let's just test this with Lily. And so what we did for about a month is we had Lily, all she did for 3 hours in the beginning of the day and 3 hours at the end of the day was call the list. Like, I'm talking leads that opted in a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. All she did was just hammer the list. Our cost per booked appointment dropped by 30%. And so now I go, okay, now I have proof of concept. Now I'm going to go to Global Talent and I'm going to create an appointment setting team that's all they do. And so now what happens is this appointment setting team looks like this. I'm going to go out and I'm going to hire 2 appointment setters because I can afford 2 in Global Talent, and I'm going to split them throughout the week. And the way it works is one of them is going to work Tuesday through Saturday. And then the next one that comes on is going to work Wednesday through Monday. And so what this does for me is every single day of the week, I have people managing my phones and calling my inbound leads outside of just my closers. And their job is to set appointments for my closers. So now the bottleneck in my business is gone. But if I tried to do that in the US, I would probably be hiring 2 $60,000 to $70,000 a year positions where the commission for this role wouldn't even feel that good. And so I'd be out a huge capital expense for something that might not work and these employees that might not be amazing, versus I can hire more of these specialists and create an environment of competition if I go Global Talent. If that starts cracking even better, I can go hire a third one there. In this role, I could hire 2 of these people for $3,000 a month, $6,000 a month to the business total, 6,000 times 12. I'm looking at $72,000 a year for 2 specialists in this role. And that will directly improve my entire sales operations because I've already seen the proof of concept with Lily and my American employee. So that's what we did. And then we did it again. But I'm telling you guys, my position is different. I'm not saying you do exactly how I did. I just have a unique business where I have a seasonal business, then I have a year-round digital business. We do a lot of YouTube stuff, etc. But we also had a need for a graphic designer. From everything in HSA, from yard sign templates to branding stuff I needed for my Christmas light business businesses, PDFs. When I go speak at events and stuff like that, we had a huge need for somebody that was really good at making presentations that weren't just AI slop. All of our thumbnails on Instagram, all of these thumbnails everywhere, all of these internal documents that we wanted to make look pretty for home service accelerator students, etc. We had a need for a graphic designer. If I go find a graphic designer in the US that's not terrible, that's at minimum 55, 60K a year, all the way up to like 150K a year if they're cracked. That just doesn't make sense because it wasn't an immediately revenue generating role. We just knew that we could really scale up our content and our product on the HSA side if we had a full-time graphic designer. So we went and hired one. So now I have a full-blown hybrid content team of Americans and global talent. I have Jake, who's the one filming all these YouTube videos. He's our main head of content. And then he has these two global talent hires under him, a graphic designer and a short form video editor. That entire department costs a fraction of what it would be if I did all of it in the US. And so what I did is I was strategic about what position could we go global with and what position do I absolutely have to have an American for. Obviously, the one that's following me around all day and filming with me twice a week in some cases obviously has to be American. But all of the people working for him and his team is amazing. They just so happen to live in South America where the cost of living is completely different here. So this is where I feel like my mind was blown on global talent. It's like you don't just hire VAs from the Philippines and think that all of your problems go away. You change your frame and go, what things in the business can I hire for in a perfect world where all I wanted them doing all day long was this specialized role? And that's what you use global talent for. And so if you're watching this and you're like, what are some things that I could go global talent with? Let me just hammer you off a list. My friend Jameson from West Coast Deck out in San Diego. He's really popular on Twitter. Big Deck Energy is his name. He has global talent hires that are estimators and architects that happen to live in South America that are helping him draw up like engineering type level blueprints and stuff that it takes to build decks. I don't know how building decks works, but I know he uses global talent for that. I have global talent on the appointment setting side. I have global talent on the content side. Video editors, graphic designers, whatever else. You can hire global talent to manage your entire phones. You can hire global talent to help you with your finances. You can hire global talent accountant, bookkeeper. Anything that is done via the computer that doesn't involve home service fulfillment in person can be done in global talent. Now, the one caveat here is if you want no broken English managing your phones and no accent, you're going to pay for it. And so the part where I feel like a lot of home service businesses get wrong is they go to like the VA route where they just like hire a VA from the Philippines who is probably an awesome employee, but English is their second language. And what you're doing is you're having them be the front door greeter of your business, speaking broken English. And a lot of the time, like in certain markets in the US, people don't like that. They want to feel like they're calling the local mom and pop. And so I'm not stupid to know that 99% of the people watching this video are like, I want to hire somebody global to answer my phones. And so I just want to level set the expectation with you. If you want perfect spoken, non-broken English in a customer facing role, you're going to pay a little bit more for it. But there are positions you can get in global talent for $800 to $1,000 a month that will drive an incredible amount of efficiency into your business. I've hired 4 global talent positions already in 2026, and I'll probably hire 2 or 3 more in the next month or two as we gear up for our busy season. So again, I'm a happy customer. I've used Sagan to do this before. John didn't ask me to make this video, just like in HSA and here. If I find something that drives efficiency into my business and the business that I used to do that didn't suck, I'll happily share it here. So if you want to use Sagan to do this, I'll put a link in the description. I'm not going to sell their product to you. You can go through their process and see if it's a good fit for you. But otherwise, if you want to join Home Service Accelerator Pro, there's a link in the description here. If you do over $1 million a year and you don't want to manage your ads on PPC or Meta and you have a bunch of employees running around and you can't even deal with it, you can have Local Legend run your ads for you. There's a link in that description. But all of you guys, if you're not in HSA, you should definitely join HSA. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.